Hi everyone, Mark Walker here, Head of Member Services at I4CP with the latest highlight reel of our monthly Next Practices series, specifically focused on talent acquisition. I had a great discussion that really stemmed from some of the data we're collecting around how prepared are HR organizations to address and advance racial equity. We brought in special guests this week from Experian, Janet Clardy, SVP of HR, as well as Chris Brady, who is Global Talent Acquisition Director. It's great to see the blend and the working relationship that they have, and there's some secret sauce there in terms of anticipating the pipeline needs, which is a great thing to listen for in the full-length interview. What I'd tell you is Experian came in really sharing a big picture of how their lines of business are complex, global, and really are driving at almost 18,000 employees overall, thinking about how do we attract diverse talent across these different business lines. What we heard in addition was that they really want to be, as an organization, transparent of how they live their values. It's a great infographic to really get a sense of how they think about tenure, about women in the workforce, about how they're leveraging employee resource groups as just some of the factors that tell their big picture story of inclusion and diversity. When the interview shifted, we started to talk about ERGs, and it almost felt like a DE&I meeting for a moment. And what you realized is that they have a systems view of HR, and ultimately they're using this as a way to really understand the dynamics of their employee base and how that can help inform their talent acquisition strategy overall. And it's made, again, great strides. Chris broke down a bit of the shape, size, and responsibilities of their talent acquisition team. What I will tell you is that Chris detailed how recruiters are responsible for the full life cycle, sourcing in particular, and have really found that on average, when they have about 15 recs per recruiter, they get some amazing gain in terms of their ability to be more strategic with the hiring manager. Couple other things that I think are important to highlight from this interview. One, they have a new hire and a new role in their organization. The Global Employer Brand Director reports in to talent acquisition, and it's a really strategic play for them to ensure that they are driving employer brand in unique ways to represent what they're trying to aspire to. And it's translated to a variety of ways that they are really trying to hit across locations, across business units, to make sure that they are pinpointing the needs and how they're driving broader capabilities inside their organization. I also love that Chris called out some very specific ways that they are talking about hashtag Experian Life. It's a great way for them to be human and interview some of their team members in a way that just says, hey, this is what it's like to be an employee at Experian. Couple other things that I think are also relevant. One, they do a great job of having the recruiter and the hiring manager look at and share a screen around the current diversity makeup of business units, of the responsibility set of a hiring manager, just so they can be level set and real about where they're going. And they've said that alone has had a huge impact in saying, let's be transparent about our current data, let's make progress and move things forward. I encourage you to check that out, and again, that full-length interview. Bottom line, huge impact across the organization in terms of just some simple changes that Chris and Janet have pointed out. One of the big ones that they called out in the discussion was around how they have really increased their gender hiring, focused on while they have a lighter than expected pipeline around women applications, their ability to hire from a region standpoint is pretty significant. And that, again, is with purpose that they're making that happen. With that, I thank you for taking a listen. I hope you listen to the full recording because there's a ton of great nuggets in there. As well, I'd point out that we have our Culture Renovation book already in its third publication, as there's been such high demand and we're seeing organizations using it across the board. I hope you enjoy this and look forward to the next time our paths cross. Be well.